to lose. I'm built to win. Applied myself. I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss.
Pacers were going to make the playoffs. It didn't end so well for you, brother.
If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walk the mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool.
You fell asleep at the trade deadline when we had a trade to get Kyle Lowry out of here.
They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running. Toes they gonna take
this is what we got to tell.
This man doing this.
I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I pay for the cost. I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Apply myself. I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I'm paying the cost. I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
Welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. My name is Joe Jordan. We have a great episode for y'all today, man. We got to talk about the NBA heavy today and some WNBA. JJ Reddick, Tomo, he's finally hired as the Lakers head coach. We got to talk about that. What's our reaction? Is that a good move? I definitely want to hear what you guys say, Tomo, on that. Angel Reese, we got to show her some love, man. She's breaking records as a rookie, and she's on track to break not just a rookie record, a WNBA record, right? So we got to talk about that. Man, listen, man. It's been a trade in the West and in the East. I know you in the East, respectfully. Caruso for Josh Giddey. We got to talk about that trade, the impact on both teams. And lastly, it was a heavy debate in the chat. Are the Celtics the greatest franchise in NBA history? But Davey Dollar's not here right now, but I got my boy, Mr. Get Done Son Tomo here with me. How you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing good. You know, it's something about that new rule in the NBA that's going to have a lot of things shaking up. I wish the NFL would probably do the same because you think about it, as soon as the finals is over, you can start picking up the phone and start making moves. That's nothing but around the clock media. And shout out to Angel Reese, man. Hey, make things happen. So, no. Here we go. Got the Lakers fans starting already. But other than that, man, I'm ready to talk about some of these topics, man, especially JJ Reddick. You want to hear what I got to say? I want to hear what you got to say. Because, again, the West is getting stronger by coaches and players. So, Joe, how you feeling?
Are you sure about that? I'm good, man. I'm ready to kick this show off. So, look, dog, you know, Tomo, it's Thursday. TGI Friday. People are planning for the weekend. Dave not here. But, you know, for the one time, we got to turn it up at least one time. Let's get it.
Turn me up. Up.
All right, y'all. We are streaming this on 3 different platforms, Facebook, YouTube, and X. So make sure y'all like the video on all 3 platforms. Subscribe and follow on all of our platforms, Facebook, YouTube, X, TikTok, and Instagram. So make sure y'all follow and subscribe on all of our platforms. And whatever video you're watching, whatever platform you're watching, share it with somebody that you know that's a sports fan so they can watch live with you and be involved in the show. How can you be involved in the show? In the comment section. We can see all the comments. Yeah, we'll be putting out throughout the show. Shout out to my man Daniel for being the first comment once again. All right, shout out to him. But listen, y'all, no matter what's going on, listen, if you go down to the right side of the comment section on YouTube and you see a $sign, you click on the $sign, you scroll through the numbers, you pick a number, you type in your message, hit send, it turns into a super chat. And no matter what's going on in the midst of these debates, you know, it could be me crying about the Western Conference getting stronger and the Kings are sitting back and watching. And Tom will go be like, hey, that's how I feel about dollars in the NFC East, right? So no matter what's going on, we're going to stop the whole scene and hit you with the... Hold up. And we're going to put your comment on the screen, read it out loud, give you the platform because we appreciate all the donations and the gifts.
Donations. Gifts, more gifts.
I forgot. And last but not least, enjoy the rest of the show. Tomo, floor is yours.
should have played that. Maybe I would have been on here with the TK sweets and treats in the background, man. You know, shout out to everybody that's tuned in. But of course, man, I see my man Step Five, aka one of the best DJs in the DMV area,
Okay.
talking about, and another Lakers fan, a Laker fan, a Cowboy fan. I mean, it's
Dang.
it's a lot going on right now. But since you're here, bro, we're gonna talk about JJ Reddick becoming our new head coach. You know, it's kind of funny that he went from starting his own podcast as a player to now doing a podcast with one of the best players in the league to now coaching one of the best players in the league. And of course, ESPN dropped it today. They said they couldn't get Dan Hurley, so we're gonna run it back. They said JJ Reddick is now the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. He agreed to a 4-year contract. And instantly, JJ got on the phone and started saying, hey, I got to look for a staff because I need some experience. So, Joe, we talked about it before. Everybody else thought about it. We talked about it when they reverted on what they said about JJ. Now we got to talk about the official signing. So how you feeling?
I mean, so look, when you look at this, it looks like, yo, what happened? It looks like another Steve Nash situation. Steve Nash, no coaching experience, get co-signed by the two superstars, Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. And no matter, they're going to hire the coach because those are your stars, right? The one thing about the NBA versus the NFL, NBA is a player-first league than any other league probably in the world. So the players got a lot of the say so. So it looks like that from the outside looking in. JJ Reddick, no experience in the NBA as far as being the coach. We talking about not just head coach, assistant coach. I mean, I don't even know if he's a shooting coach, all right? But I know he's a youth coach, but he has no college experience also. So only experience that we know is he's an NBA analyst. He's on ESPN calling the games, showing his knowledge. He's on the podcast with LeBron, right? And they showing his mindset as far as the game. He got his own podcast, Old Man the Thief, when he's breaking down the game. So he showcases his knowledge when it comes to coaching. All right. So from the outside looking in, it looks bad. It looks like, people might assume that it's not going to work, but I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm not going to sit here and say it was a bad move because this could actually work out. And I think it all depends on LeBron James, really. It all depends on LeBron James. LeBron, I heard Carmelo Anthony say in the podcast, LeBron is not going to let anybody coach him that he feels as though he's smarter than. That's what Carmelo said. So if LeBron can humble himself and allow JJ be the coach, kind of like the Air Sports situation, allow JJ to be the coach and allow JJ to go through some growing pains and not put all this pressure on him and treat him like Monty Williams in the Detroit Pistons after 1 year, or a Darvin Ham, put all this pressure on him, right? If the GM could give him the quality pieces for him to succeed, because JJ's gonna be under a lot of heat, pressure by the media. We know that, Tomo. A lot of pressure. So if he can withstand that and they can go through the smoke, because there's gonna be some smoke, then I feel like he can be a successful coach with the Lakers because he does have a great basketball mind. But it's going to take time, though.
See, the good thing about it is he's a former player and he kind of already knows how some of these players were being used and sometimes how being underused. So that right there works in his favor. The thing that is bad is, like you said, the media. The narrative was already there before he even took the job. While he was trying to do the broadcast for the finals, it was like, well, as soon as you did the podcast with LeBron, now you get the job with the Lakers. Now, one thing that you said that could throw a wrench in this whole thing is LeBron James. Again, LeBron might not sign back. What if he goes somewhere else? Now JJ don't even have to deal with the pressure that everyone's saying, like, oh, they need to win now, because you already know what comes with LeBron James. When he comes to your team, it's win now mentality. When LeBron James comes to your team, if you were a former player or maybe a first round draft pick, you better have balled out the year before he got there, because he's definitely going to find a way to get you out of there to get another player in there. Look at the Cavs.
Shout out to Deion Waiters.
Man, Deion, Andrew Wiggins, Anthony Bennett. Like, Anthony Bennett, that was just a bust on their part. But with the Lakers, look what happened when he got there. He was like, look, I want to go get AD. Boom. The Lakers have already come out and said that this season is more so going to be AD centric. So they're trying to build around him, which is actually the smart thing to do, and which they should have done after they won the title. It's like, all right, LeBron, you got us the ring. Now let's get a team that can help you and AD out versus it being a team to just help you out and you pulling AD alone. Because that's how it's supposed to be. That's what LeBron wanted in Cleveland, right? He was like, hey, I'm trying to get the keys to Kyrie. Like, I'm good. And technically, I know why he said that, because you get a ball to Kyrie, you can come back from a 1-3 series. Luka, not so much. Still got cookies on this one. But for JJ, I am going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I mean, I believe that at the end of the day, they picked him for a reason. It's up to him now. The ball's in his court, no pun. But one thing I want to address too is Rob Pelinka saying that he went out and did his research. So I had to let y'all know. I mean, Clip did come out and he watched the podcast. So he was just like, I'm going to watch all the episodes and I'm going to watch how this guy's portraying him on Clip. Sounds like a nice guy to me. Let's bring him in. Because nobody else wanted to be the coach for the Lakers at this point. They could have called still. They could have found Monty. I mean, anybody that actually was out there could have came there, but I don't think they picked up the phone. They had two people in mind. One said no. The other one said yes.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of San Gasol, if this don't work out, then everybody it's gonna look bad because you have a guy like San Gasol who just joined the team and won a championship. A highly respected guy in the NBA, former NBA player, also assistant coach for like 13 years, 14 years, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, if it don't work out, it's gonna be like, bro, what y'all doing? Y'all could have had this instead of that. So a lot of pressure on the Lakers. We thought they already had pressure because they were the Lakers, and they had LeBron James. Now they got JJ Reddick, the guy who's been criticizing all these coaches while being an analyst too.
Mm-hmm.
Woo!
Oh, a lot of coaches gonna come out. They got some words for him.
Doc Rivers? Oh my gosh. Some words he have with Doc Rivers?
Doc Rivers, his son. Wait till Austin Rivers.
Oh.
He can't wait to do NBA Live. He like, oh, word? NBA Today. He like, bro. So when you had this post out, why you ain't calling timeout then? Oh, they are going to be on your line, JJ. I'm telling you. Even if LeBron leaves, they just he gonna make it personal to just point out all your bad games.
Of course, because he went crazy on Doc Rivers. He went crazy on Doc Rivers. So
one more thing with pressure too. The Celtics just won. They just hung up a banner. You know that historical rivalry. Lakers need to try to get back.
And we gonna get them back. Mm-hmm. You gotta get them back.
Magic don't like that. I know he with the Commanders, but he don't like that.
Yeah, that's good, man. All right, so look, man, it's like these people know that if you're watching, this is not just a show. We have a network of shows, y'all. We got a bunch of shows that we got on the network. Refuse to Lose Sports is a network, and here are the shows. But first, before I go through them, go in the description section of the YouTube channel, and then you can see the link for every show that I'm about to go over. Click on the link, any link, check them out. If you like what they're talking about, you like what you see, subscribe, follow their journey. All of them get some good content. Shout out to Tom on the bottom right, as you can see. And I'm on the bottom left. Wow. How'd that work out?
Like that background from the last episode.
All right. Y'all gotta check out the last episode on Tuesday. The intro, especially. Here are the shows, y'all. BWT Baseball with Teddy. This is a baseball only show. Now, he's a diehard Yankees fan. He covers every single Yankees game. So if you're a Yankees fan, you would definitely love the show. But he also, from time to time, go dip and dash into other teams and have other guests come on and talk about their team. All right, so make sure y'all tune into BWT. He had 4 episodes dropped yesterday, so go check those out. FFC, Fantasy Football with Coach Coombs. This is a fantasy football / NFL, because not just fantasy football, but it's NFL all topics show. Obviously, fantasy football is in the off season, but the NFL is never in off season. There's always some drama going on in the NFL. All right, so make sure y'all tune in to FFC. I'm pretty sure he'll have an episode tuned in sometime this weekend. Just stay tuned. We should have a date for y'all tomorrow. CTC, Carl Talking College. Sorry, Carl. Any pro sport, not major sport, because college football and college basketball, those are major sports. My apologies. All right. But Carl is the guru of college sports. So he does an episode usually once a week. He did one last Friday. So look for one. I'm not sure he will do one this weekend, but he usually come out on Tuesdays. All right. So make sure y'all stay tuned with CTC. We'll try to have a day for y'all tomorrow for that too. Kings Talk with Joe Jordan. Listen, I'm Joe Jordan. I'm a Sacramento Kings fan. It's been tough a lot of years, but we on the rise. All right. Now, an episode should be coming out soon. Like I said, NBA Finals is over. So look for an episode sometime this weekend. We got to still talk about Mike Brown's situation. Dave's Doghouse. Listen, Dave's not on the show right now. He's part of the trio, but he has his own show called Dave's Doghouse what it does is anybody that does anybody that doesn't do their job, anybody in the sports world, you get put in the doghouse. If you do your job exceptionally, you become a dog and you are put in the yard. All right. So I think he have an episode this Saturday. All right. But once again, Friday, we'll get a clear date for y'all. All right. RBO, Real Ballers Only. NBA Finals is over. He came on the R2 network show. Cookout was like, hey, I'm going to go deep in my bag this summer. So make sure y'all look forward to RBO breaking down some NBA content. And last but not least, we have In the Red Corner with Ty, Ricky, and Tomo. This is a boxing episode only. We just had a big fight over the weekend with Tank and Frank Martin. We kind of went over it on the R2 show, but they're going to have a deep dive into that fight and other fights and upcoming fights this Sunday. 8 p.m. time, or are we still pinning on the time?
I think we pinning on time. Probably
okay.
7. Probably 7.
Around 7, 8 p.m. on Sunday, maybe 6. All right, but it's circle your calendar, your time around that time on Sunday. And those are your shows. Tomo, back to you.
Hey, yo, why you do the Kings talk when like you was in a AA meeting? You was like, I'm Joe Jordan and I'm a Kings fan. We've been bad for a while, but we try and get it together. Like, y'all good now, man. Don't hop on the bad times no more.
The past is the past, right? You're right.
Yeah,
it's in the rearview mirror now.
Like that John Legend song, man. You gotta live it up.
There it is.
Meanwhile, one lady, she was just known for all her post-game antics, maybe some tweets here and there, maybe the walk to the tunnel before the pregame. She got everybody double-clicking on Instagram now. Everybody going to check out. I'm like, man, what they wearing before the game? And we ain't talking about Russell Westbrook. We're talking about in the WNBA. But outside of that, her game on the court stirring up a lot of backlash within media and in the R2L chats. Check out the WNBA chat. I'm still trying to catch up on what was really going on, but I think I know just a little bit. Meanwhile, Angel Reese is out here breaking records. Rookie season, the only rookie to have 7 double-doubles, which set the record after they beat the Dallas Wings last night. It's an angelic season outside of all the devilish comments and stuff that people are trying to put on these two. So we're going to react to it. We knew it was possible. That's why I really wanted her to get drafted by the Mystics. But again, we got a dog too. Shout out to AE. I ain't really mad about it. But again, there's so much that comes when you get a draft class like this. It's kind of like that AI Kobe draft class where it's set to change the league, or kind of like Bird and Magic. Again, another one that changed the league. I know a lot's been going into Caitlin Clark and the attendance of what's going on, but they're not really paying attention. Some people are not paying attention to the stats. So, of course, she comes second in the rebounding next to who? Asia Wilson. And, of course, Asia Wilson is having an MVP season. We literally just talked about her being compared to Shaq. Joe said she played more like Giannis. A lot of people may have to go back and review the tape. I look back, Joe, that was a spot-on comparison. I like that comparison. Well, Angel Reese, once she get her post-game really down pat, it's going to get ugly because they forget they still got Camilla out there too. So for her to be recording all these rebounds and still have another person that's known for rebounding defense in the paint with her, it's a great thing. So again, I always say this. I know you upset about how the media and the fans are treating you, but let your game speak for itself because, again, you broke another record. Joe, how you feeling?
Yeah, man, she doing her thing. What I like about it is she came out when she got drafted and said, nobody's gonna be able to get a rebound on us, basically. And they lead the WNBA in rebounding. Like you said, she's sitting next to Cordoza, who's also a great rebounder, but Angel Reese is a shining star right now when it comes to that category. So I'm gonna give y'all some stats. How dominant in the rebounding category she's doing right now. Angel Reese has 7 consecutive double-doubles. That's the longest streak by a rookie, and the third longest in a single season streak in the WNBA history. So not only she broke the rookie record, but she's on track to break the double-double record, period, as a rookie. I know we get shine a lot of light on Caitlin Clark, but Angel Reese is doing her thing also. She might not bring in the attendance that Caitlin Clark is bringing because people, it's not really always about your game. But Angel Reese it's not like she's talking and she's not performing. She's performing also. All right. Most rebounds in the game by a rookie this season. I'm going to give y'all, right? The most was 18 rebounds the other night. Angel Reese had 18 rebounds. The second most, 14 rebounds by who? Angel Reese. Aaliyah Edwards also had 14 in one game. 13 rebounds by who? Angel Reese. 13 rebounds by who? Angel Reese. 13 rebounds again by who? Angel Reese. 12 by Caitlin Clark, and 12 by Angel Reese again. She's dominating the boards in the WNBA. Dominating the boards. Angel Reese is the fastest WNBA player to record 150 rebounds since Tina Charles in 2010. You know, so she is, once again, she's breaking records. All right. And then Angel Reese has 102 rebounds this month. The next closest player got 77. I feel like I'm talking about Wemby in his blocks.
I was just saying. Either that or they missing too much. What's going on?
Bruh, what's that? That's almost 30. That's 25 rebounds right there. She leading everybody by 25 rebounds in June. And we not even, it's June 20th. We still got a whole 10 days left. You know, so she running the score up. And lastly, here's the beauty about it. Because a lot of people say, you're probably thinking like, oh, she's grabbing her own miss. You know, when you miss and you tap it, it counts as a rebound.
Kind of like what they try to do to Westbrook.
Or that, right? Set the free throw line. That's wild. Yeah. See, that wasn't me, y'all. That was Tomo. All right.
I said that's what they was doing. That's what they trying to do. Okay. Nah. I'm giving her respect, man.
Okay. So like, not only she's leading in offensive rebounding, she's leading in defensive rebounding also. So that excuse goes out the window. Her catching her own minutes. So shout out to Angel Reese, man. She's doing her thing, like you said, and she can just develop a post game. When you watch her, she already has a high IQ. I mean, she's an underrated passer. From the post, I feel like as she developed her game, passing ability, she could be like a Candace Parker in the post and with her passing ability, right? I see her with that type of IQ and growing that. She's a smart player. You look at her at LSU, that's how she was. You know, she's an underrated shot blocker at times, you know what I mean? But I feel like she got to develop that post game. Once she could get in her bag scoring wise in isolation situations, she'll be a more dominant player. But yeah, she's doing her thing though.
Yeah, that was my knock on her when she was coming out of college. I was like, at times when she get in the league, she gotta get that post game just right. She get that just right, it's lit. And the fact that you compared her to Candace Parker, who went back home to the Chicago Sky and brought them a ring before she went out to Vegas, is good too. Also, Candace Parker got the overall record for double doubles with 12 in a row. So Candace Angel could break that too. She keep it going. Also, they still fighting for an 8th seed. So I mean, you breaking records. Hopefully these records turn into some more wins because the team that's over you right now is Caitlin. And then you know Caitlin make the playoffs. You already know what time it's gonna be. So we need y'all to get there too. Man. I don't know, man. This whole NBA, WNBA playoffs gonna be very, very interesting.
And lastly, Tomo, a lot of people feel like she left too early. A lot of people felt like she should have stayed one more year, you know, and she doing her thing. You know, she doing her thing. Like
her game wasn't going. I see when most people say that, kind of like with Bronny. I feel like if with the right coaching environment, she was gonna get better. Like if she was in South Carolina, she would have worked more on her game. But with LSU, the media hype was already there. It was so much around it. Like now she can go to the league and actually focus on her game a little bit more.
Facts. She already won, right? She got the attitude. So the physicality gonna be a piece of cake to her. So she's not gonna wimp out when she gets to WNBA. So the next step is she gotta develop her game. And what's the best way to do it? Go to the WNBA, not stay in college. You know, so I feel like it was a good move, and it's paying off so far for the Chicago Sky.
Yeah.
All right. I know, right? Or pick
it was right there.
I know, right? Y'all had it right there. Y'all
it wasn't like she got picked before. It was like they didn't even pick her.
Exactly. Like she was right there on the table. Like so, all right, y'all. Listen, man. We got some Instagram chats that we're gonna go over, y'all, and we have a great refuse to lose community, y'all. Like, I mean, today the chat's been on since. I mean, it started off with the LeCap and James. You know what I mean? Like LeCapping all the time on the JJ Reddick podcast. That went for like an hour, and then as you know, you got the Celtics and Lakers going out in the chat. It was a great day in the chat. And then Carl called me out for calling on. Yes, LeBron James, right? Like James, and then Carl, he over here calling me out about the college sports. There's a lot going on today in the chat.
And the Wizards.
And exactly. He's hating. He literally sounds like a hater. Like he would not let y'all win. Like he sounds like a legit like he wish it was them.
Look, we could help. This gonna help sell the chat. He was like KCP was a Piston. I said, but Thomas Bryant and Ish Smith were also on the Wizards at one point. I was like, if you want KCP, you can have KCP. We still got two players that was on that same team. And I know he's gonna watch this later and be like, Ish Smith was a Piston too. I'm like, all right, we still got Thomas Bryant. Like at the end of the day,
Thomas Bryant. He
it's
was
still
a Wizard.
It's a Wizard. Like it is what it is.
Ish Smith was everything, bro.
Ish
That's my
Smith is a
dog,
Wizard.
right?
He left and came back. He played with the Wizards more than he played with the Pistons. I'm sorry.
That's my dog. Wake Forest stand up, but he played for every team, bro. I mean, he probably broke the record.
I'm just glad he got a ring, man. He deserved it.
I'm not good to Nuggets. All right. So look, y'all, we got Instagram chats, like Tomo said. We got IG chats. And these chats, man, we give y'all the latest. First, we got a chat for almost every sport. You see the logos on the screen. For the listeners, I got you. We got NBA, NFL, MLB, which is baseball, obviously, NCAA football, NCAA basketball, boxing, boxing was lit today too. WNBA and WNBA last night was crazy. All right. WNBA, UFC, F1 racing, hockey, and football, aka soccer. So we have a chat for all those different sports. And in those chats individually, we give you the latest news and updates of injuries, free agency moves, trades. When Caruso got traded, we gave it to him first. Boom, send it first. When JJ got hired, we send it first, right? In the NFL chat, when Miles Stevens got re-signed, we send it first. So we give out the news ASAP before any major platform, ESPN, Fox Sports, anything like that, right? And on top of that, we have heavy debates in there. We debate all the time, have sports conversations. The thing is, we are on the show live. You could be in the comment section. We can make a decision in response to you or not, unless you do a super chat. But you can carry that conversation on in the chat. You know how many times me and Tomo Dave come off this show, and then we got to mention in one of these chats somebody going at us because something we said on the show. All right. So you have full access to us 24/7. We all three of us, me, Tomo, and Dave, are in every single chat. But we do have an R2L chat. Tomo gonna go more about that, right? And he gonna let y'all know how to get into these chats. Go ahead, Tomo.
24/7, meaning you can send a message. We're not gonna respond. Just letting y'all know, like there is a time frame. People sleep. You'll get a response from somebody else. But I'm just letting. I'm not gonna set the bar that high 24/7. They're gonna be like, nah, Joe, it's 3 a.m. and I had something to say about Jordan. Where was you at? And I'm like, nah, brother, I was asleep.
I want my money back.
Nah. So we just letting you know you will get a response within 24 hours. There you go. I give you that. But the levels, I mean, once you click the link in the description below, I mean, Joe already told y'all so much about the chats, but also with the network, you get these perks too. We have the pro level, all-star, and the superstar, and they all come at a tier price. Pro level for $2.99 a month. So if you're watching, you can see we got loyalty badges and emojis. You get those when you're chatting within the YouTube chat. I know there's some people on Facebook like, hey, man, where they at on Facebook? That's for the YouTube side. So come on over to YouTube. I mean, we appreciate the Facebook likes and everything, but if you want to use some of these loyalty badges and you're a pro member, come on over to Facebook. You get priority comments and you get to join one of the sports chats. But if you want to bump it up to the all-star level, you get the same perks from the pro level, but for $4.99 a month, you get the member-only videos. And I'm telling you, the member-only exclusive content, if you've seen the content on the network, is great. Wait till you become an all-star member, because that member-only content is like that. I know we got the Celtics celebration coming up, right?
With the Mavericks, yeah.
With the Mavericks.
Sunday, yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Yeah, the Mavericks and Celtics fans Sunday. We don't have a time yet, but it'll be Sunday most likely.
Well, I guess the season over, so Kev ain't have to call me. All right, you gotta handle that one on your own. That. I ain't gonna be there, man. But you also get to join multiple chats. You get to request a topic or segment nominee, and that's for all the shows on the network. Literally every show that Joe told you about in the first block, you can request a topic or a segment within those shows. The segments on Refuse to Lose, let's say R2L to separate it from the network. Segments on R2L are National Average Top 5, You're Done, Son, and you get a snippet of Dave's Doghouse. Yes, Dave has his own show, but he also gives you a little snippet here as well because he's part of the big three, to sample so you can keep coming back. Then if you want to jump it up to the superstar level, you get the same perks from, of course, both the all-star and pro level, but you get to join the R2L chat. That's where the real debates end at. Like if it starts off in one of the chats, most of the time it's going to end in the R2L chat. We also have a parlay chat where, it's nothing but a bunch of brothers in there and some ladies. If we got some ladies that's listening, or if your man got the phone on loud and you want to talk sports to or if you just want to learn about sports, you can still join one of these chats because you're going to learn something in one of these chats. I know that you might be sitting on the couch one day and you're like, hey, how did he score that touchdown? You're like, I ain't got time to tell you right now. But if you're in the chat, you're gonna understand the sport a little bit more, and you can get your trash talk up because it's gonna happen.
Facts.
So there you go. That's another perk right there. That's a perk that we need to tell you about within the list. Boom. So hey, make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. R2L. That's what's happening. You get awards and plaques to the top performers. That's based upon the episodes that you do. So if you come on, you do an episode, we let the YouTube numbers speak for themselves. No votes, we let the numbers speak for themselves. And we got member shout outs. So again, shout out to all of our members. A special shout out to our superstar members. Worm, Joe, Dave, myself, Teddy, Cardo, Coach, Mon, Lamar, Giovanni, and you. Make sure you click that link in the description below. Become a member today and get your sports knowledge up. I'm back
It's crazy.
to the show.
Big O right on time, bro.
Ooh. Yep. Hey, you see the colors?
I know.
Man, they still ain't signed that. Crazy.
They ain't signed that right. Until the season's over. Yeah.
They not. If I'm him, I'm leaving though. We'll talk about that another day. The NBA, I will say the NFL all season has started. That NFL all season started so long ago. Cowboys finally signing players when training camp started. Look at what's going on. NBA off season. It's going off season. That's what's happening right now. We got players being signed. We got players being traded. No one expected this trade to happen, especially my man Big O. The Chicago Bulls traded straight up Alex Caruso and Josh Giddey. There ain't nothing else to tell you about the trade. That's the full details. It was player for player. That's it. That was literally like a fantasy draft where you call your man up and say, hey, bro, I only got this all I got. What you gonna do? And y'all work something out. Maybe you got it's a backhand deal. Maybe some bids were shared. But Joe, how does this trade? How does this trade help the OKC Thunder or hurt?
Oh yeah. I mean, I think we all can agree it helped them. All right. So it was a great move by OKC. I mean, I've been saying all year, guys, J-Mo, he can confirm this. We both been talking about this. They're gonna replace Josh Giddey. He just don't fit with this team. He's more of a playmaker. He needs a ball in his hands. He's not an all-ball guy. He's not a shooter. All right. He is getting better though. But Caruso is one of the best on-ball defenders in the NBA. All right. He's not the best shooter, Tomo, but he did shoot over 40% this year. I don't know if he's gonna continue that, but he's capable of hitting the three if he's open. He will shoot it too if he's open, that's what they need. Josh Giddey will pass up a three. It helps OKC also because SGA, it relieves more pressure off of SGA of defending. Not saying SGA can't defend. He can defend. He's one of the really good defender, but he doesn't have to. I mean, you got Caruso now. You had Lou Dort already. Now, and you got Jay Williams, right? So you got defenders on the perimeter who can guard guys like a Anthony Edwards, De'Aaron Fox, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, guys like that, Luka Doncic. So you got Kyrie Irving. Sorry, I know Bradley Beal make you face, all right? But and lastly, Caruso is a champion. He is a champion. He brings a championship pedigree, something they didn't have on that team. They did bring in Gordon Hayward, but you can just tell it was a bad fit for them. Even the GM Presley came out and said he messed up on that. So, and Gordon Hayward's not a champion, but Caruso was a champion with the Lakers, and he brought that winning pedigree with the Bulls when he got there, in my opinion. So, Caruso held all all-star guards and forwards to 39.8% in field goal percentage, which is good. He was also tied for third in steals per game. We all know who's first. And now I'm gonna say this. I know I came here and killed Caruso and said it's the name. All right, I know I did that, and it was for one reason: the team defense was horrible. All right, it dropped. So I didn't think you should be rewarded all defense if your defense went from top 5 all the way to 20 something. But I will say this time though. If the Chicago Bulls, let's say Chicago Bulls, I'm thinking on the Celtics. Tomo, I'm gonna say this: if the OKC Thunder get the number 1 seed again, if they finish number 1 defense, Tomo, Caruso could win Defensive Player of the Year. All right, he could win Defensive Player of the Year the Marcus Smart way next year. So. But we got Wemby out here, so I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
I mean, I was gonna say you put up a good case with see out west and all them people you gonna have to stop. If he stop all them people, then possibly he got a chance. But again, all Wemby gotta do is to throw his hands up. People, you seen the reel going around where people were like, "Oh, he right there," and went the opposite way. They had a clean look at the basket and went the other way. I'm like, he not even paying you no mind. He was so worried about getting your shot blocked. But for the OKC Thunder, who were like top 5 in defense, I think they were top 5, and they finished 4th, I think, in defense. To add a player who, yeah, there we go. To add a player who held all, like you said, who held all guards to under like 40% from the field goal. That right there. And you think of when you think of basketball, you think of offensive rotations or how the ball movement goes. OKC is more so gonna be like a defensive rotation where they be like, wherever the ball go, we at. We just did. Kind of like what the Celtics did to the Mavericks in the first 2 games of the finals. It's just like you can rotate all you want. Like we can check everybody on the floor. And they definitely got a good chance of finishing with the 1 seed because again, they got that playoff experience. That playoff experience does something different for teams. Ask the Kings. I mean, now next year you go into the league, you go into the season with more expectations. You're starting to believe in certain people that you didn't believe in at first because the organization wasn't winning. Now Lou Dort, my man Jalen Williams, SGA, Chet may work out. So again, there's a lot to go with it. And then Alex Caruso is the ultimate teammate. That's why the Lakers missed him when he left. You see my man Big O in the comments like, man, he was my favorite player. He just adds some little spark to every team that he goes to. And he back out west. The team needed that spark. I'm with you on the Gordon Hayward one too, because it was like, I think we talked about it on the show. It was like they're not even attempting to throw him out there. Like 20 seconds, that's it. I mean, Gordon Hayward was the guy before he got hurt. Now everybody forgot who he is. So again, I think it was a great trade on the Bulls side. For OKC, I think they won this one. We'll just have to figure out what the Bulls are going to do. And with that being said,
I won this one for sure.
we definitely gonna talk about the Bulls side because they got Josh Giddey. I mean, they got Josh Giddey. I'm not saying Josh Giddey's a bad player, but we talked about the Bulls when we talk about the playing games. And Joe, you said it. The Bulls are like in this constant. They like plateau. Like they're not getting any better. They're not getting any worse. They keep finishing in the same realm, around the same. It's just the same. It's like the same old same. And shout out to Bibby, but it's all around the world the same song with the Bulls. It's like I don't know what Josh Giddey is going to bring to this team. I mean, granted, he did put up a lot of triple doubles. They said he set the record for youngest player to put up a triple double, but it's just I don't know. I don't know what the vision is with the Bulls on this one. I know Lonzo Duncan now. Maybe that's the reason why they got Alex out of there. They got more belief in Lonzo coming back and making something happen. But as far as this trade right now, I don't see the vision. Like I'm not understanding where the Bulls are going with this one. DeMar DeRozan was just on stage, so we know he happy. He might go to the Clippers. I don't know. Him and Russ, they was doing their thing last night. As Kendrick was just telling everybody, they not like us. Joe, how you feeling?
So the comment you said about the Bulls, about where they at, right? Plateauing. Like, shout out to Carl. I forgot the guy's name. He came on CTC with the Michigan State episode. Got his name. And he's a Bulls fan. And he said that, man, we are in a better situation. The Detroit Pistons are in a better situation than the Bulls.
I remember that comment.
And I was like, yo, he got a point. And you look at it from Hans, you're like, what? The Bulls, they were fighting for the play-in. And the Detroit Pistons were like literally one of the worst teams in the NBA. The Pistons they are already at the floor. All they can do is rise. They got cap space. They got young players. They got potential. The Bulls, their best player, no diss to him. Their best player is DeMar DeRozan. You are not winning the championship when DeMar DeRozan is your best player.
Actually,
and because DeMar DeRozan is not a three-point shooter in 2024, it's like he gonna have his moments. He gonna play well. DeRozan is super clutch, but can you depend on DeRozan to carry you to a championship? So like they're like at this standstill when every year they're competing for a play-in spot, and then they get in just to get bounced in the first round because they're not good enough, or they don't make it. They win the first play-in game and lose the second one. Like that's just every year with them. But Tomo, I like the addition. I like the addition with Giddey. I really do.
It is Zach
All right.
Levine.
Our best player is Zach Levine, bro. He fits well with this roster. Right? They might keep Levine because of this. He's a really good playmaker who can get DeRozan and Levine to their spots. And I remember when they got Lonzo, that was my thing. I was like, oh snap, the Bulls. I'm on R2L saying this. That's when R2L first started. I was high on the Bulls when Lonzo got there, right? And I mentioned how that the Bulls got Lonzo. He's a point guard. DeRozan and Levine. Those are guys that need to get to their spots and go to work. And Levine's the type of guy, and Levine's a solid defender. Only thing about Giddey, the difference between Giddey and Levine is a shooter. Levine, once upon a time, he wasn't a good shooter. His rookie year, he shot 30%, then 32% from 3, 37, 37. And with the Bulls, 42%. So he grew, right? And I feel like him going to the Pelicans helped him do that because he became a catch and shoot guy. He's not a great, so Giddey is not a great three-point shooter, but he's been getting better every year. 26% his rookie year, 32% 2 years ago, 33% last year, right? So he's getting better. The only thing I don't like about this trade, Tomo, is what you said to kick off the segment. You got picks, right?
Ain't got nothing. That's all I got.
That's what I mean. He said, we got Giddey. We traded Caruso for Giddey. Oh, congrats. How many picks you get with that?
We ain't get no picks.
What you talking about? You ain't get no picks with that? What's wrong with you? Like, are you really just swapped them like that? Like, come on now. If anybody remember, the Bulls did not even want to trade Caruso at the trade deadline. He was like, people wanted to grab. He was getting pulled left and right. And the Bulls like, nah, we keeping Caruso. We need more than that. He's staying with us. So them trading Caruso just for Giddey. It's like, bro, for all that, I should have traded Caruso in the deadline.
Exactly.
So that's my only thing. They could have literally got Giddey for a pick. They could have traded a pick to get Giddey and kept DeRozan. Like that probably could have worked. That's a Caruso, right? That's DeRozan. Oh my bad.
You trading players. You just trading everybody. You Joe cleaning house.
They could have traded a pick to get Giddey instead of trading Caruso to get Giddey. They literally couldn't do that because Giddey value went super down throughout the playoffs.
Man.
And my last thing, Tomo, about this, what I like about it, Giddey's usage rate was third on this team. OKC. Third at 22%. Lonzo Ball with DeRozan and Levine, his usage rate was second, right behind DeRozan. DeRozan was at 30% and Lonzo was at 29%. So Giddey being in this situation, his usage rate would be higher because he's a playmaker. He's not an off-the-ball guy. So him being OKC, he was more of an off-ball guy, where in the Bulls, he would have the ball in his hands more as a playmaker, where his God-gifted ability is. So I like it for both sides. Just the weight on that trade is not good for the Bulls.
Yeah, nah. And then now that I went back and looked at their roster too, Kobe White had a great season too in the midst of all these injuries. So now that's another player with. That's why I'm like, I don't understand the vision because now you got.
But he's
Giddey.
a scorer though.
I mean that's
Giddey
a good one
that.
too. I could see it.
Giddey hopes that's the reason.
I think Lonzo health depends on all of this. If it works out or not.
See, their issue is they don't have a playmaker. That's their issue. Without Lonzo, there's no playmakers on that team. DeRozan play a lot of the playmaking. So like now with Giddey, DeRozan can play his true position, like shooting guard. Like so Giddey like 6'7", I think. Big O asks how tall Giddey is. I know you can fact check me real quick, Tomo. I think Giddey like 6'7". He got some height on him.
Yeah,
6'8".
I mean NBA, he probably is 6'7".
He's 6'8". I mean, his bangs is like 6'2", probably. I don't know. You know, his limbs probably short. He look like he got short limbs though, but I don't know. But he's 6'8".
We gonna see again. The East is still top heavy to me. So I mean, again, it's all about other moves that need to be made. This ain't like it's the first move. I mean, this ain't like it's the last move that the Bulls are going to make. Hopefully not, because the draft is coming up. A lot of people are going to move. I think also, but that's also why it's like, why you ain't get no picks?
Yeah, I don't know. That's the bad part about the trade is that
they ain't get no picks.
That's the only thing, man. They swapped Caruso for Giddey. Really, the value that Caruso gave to the Bulls and the value Giddey gave to the OKC is like night and day. Like
swap. Yeah, you're right. Nah, and then the increased value that he's now get that Caruso's giving to OKC don't even match with. I mean, we don't know. Giddey might turn up.
And for all we know, if Lonzo come back, Giddey might be coming off the bench.
Well, then again, that's why I said that might be good then, because if you got Giddey coming off the bench being your starting, your second point guard, and then you got Kobe who was a scorer, that's a good 1-2 coming off the. Yeah, that is good.
But still, though, the trade still like, bro, you traded a bench player for a legit starter,
and a champion,
and a defensive player of the year candidate for real. Like he all defense, man.
Hey, all I can say is, back in the day, the Wizards used to do stuff like this. The new front office came in, they got Chris Paul out of here for Jordan Poole, who averaged 12 points in the first half of the season. Then he turned up after that. All I'm saying, look, it ain't me no more. I can believe in my front office a little bit. I don't like the coaching hire. I'm still on the fence with that one, but
I like it. I mean, y'all had no other choice. Y'all can always let him go next year, though. He's not on a big contract.
We could have got JJ.
Nah, bro. Nah. He probably wouldn't even go there next year.
Honestly, you're right now. Honestly. But again, we told you all about the IG chats, and we told you all about how you could join the chats. And still click the link in below. Or if you want here right now, comment member if you want to become a member to join one of the chats. Because look, this next topic came from the exact NBA chat. We had a whole docket already set, and Joe said, no. I like what they saying in here. So Joe, I'm gonna let you kick this one off because I ain't catch all the way up. All I know is we got to talk about who's gonna be are the Celtics the best franchise in NBA history. Ever?
Are the Patriots the best franchise in NFL history? No. Dynasty? Yes. But franchise? No. People will say the Steelers. Some people will even throw the Cowboys out there. Some people might throw the 49ers out there. But do we really say the Patriots, though? The Patriots had a dynasty, but are they the best? No. So are the Celtics the best franchise ever? No. And Tomo, I don't have a dog in this fight, obviously. I mean, I did pick the Celtics to win the championship, so I got a little dog here. I got a little one here, right?
In this fight.
Here you go. But I'm a Kings fan. You know how I feel about the Lakers, Tomo. You know how I feel about the Lakers. I don't like them. But for this argument, the Lakers are the best franchise in NBA history. They are, Tomo.
Oh, I gotta hear this.
Let's break it up. The Celtics. What do you remember about the Celtics? The Bill Russell era. After that, I guess you could say Havlicek because he won 2 outside of Bill Russell. All right. You got the Larry Bird. Then these dudes went 21 years straight without winning a championship. And then you got the Doc Rivers big three. Paul Pierce, KG, Ray Allen. Got to throw Rondo in there. Shout out to Rondo. Hey, Burke. Right? 1 championship. And then, what's that? 08? We what? 2024? I graduated high school in 08. I don't know. Me and you were on quite strange at the same time. Anything, me and you, anything's possible. Crossing the stage.
Or you want to do the watered down version? We did it.
We did it. And then he realized what he was doing. He said, we did it. Let me stop. I'm tripping right now. Doing too much. But come on, man. These dudes went. I mean, listen, Tomo. I graduated high school. I got married. I got 4 kids. You feel me? I moved to Rhode Island. A lot happened since 08. A lot happened, and they just won their next title. So that's what. Let's do it again. Bill Russell, Havlicek, Larry Bird. Nothing happened. Paul Pierce, Jason Tatum. Those 5 different eras. When I look at the Lakers, this not even count. We're not even going to talk about Minnesota. I know AJ tried to get the Minnesota chips. We're going to talk about LA. We got the Jerry West era, right? Now, although also 1 ring, right? 1 ring. The Jerry West era. After Jerry West, we got the Magic era. After the Magic era, we got the Shaq era. After the Shaq era, we got the Kobe era, right? After the Kobe, yeah. Kobe won.
I'm saying it's gonna be some Laker fans that be like, why you ain't put them together?
Because they were together and then they went through a drought and they you know.
I'm with you on that one. No, that was Shaq team before, and then
But
Kobe got better. I agree with you on that one.
And then I know nobody don't like this. The bubble. The bubble championship. All
You
right.
can say the LeBron era, man.
I mean, it happened. You know what I mean? They won a championship. They came, he delivered. Now I just count both my hands. It's both 5. It's both 5 eras, right? Only difference is Bill Russell won 11, bro. And they went 21 years without going to the champion. Forget winning. They went 21 years without going or winning the finals. 21 years straight. So I can't do that. The Lakers have been relevant for years. The longest drought they had with no finals appearance was between Jerry West. Was up until the Minneapolis team and Jerry West. That was the drought. But if I'm not even counting the Jerry West era, if I count Minneapolis, then we got 6. They beat out the Celtics. But we're not counting that. I'm starting from the Jerry West era. From the Jerry West era, they haven't been a whole decade without winning a championship.
Who tried to bring in the Minneapolis thing?
AJ.
Okay.
They got 4 rings.
Wait. First of all, it would be an Eagle fan to bring up some ABA stuff. Like, nobody care about that, all right? Second of all, when you start talking about the Celtics, I felt bad. I was trying to cover up my Dallas logo because I'm like, you talking about 08? Try 95. We got iPhones now. We got AI coming out since the last time the Cowboys have seen the Super Bowl. Like, man, we can talk about franchises, but when
we got grown men and grown women having,
man, come on now. They about to remake The Lion King. Like,
I mean, we got people went from being in the womb to being homeowners.
Joe, come on now. We about to, I feel like that King segment when Dave Mom left that comment. Like, we ain't about to do this, man. Last time the Kings made the playoffs.
I know, right? You can't with him, my Kings. Though, dang.
You was about to have a whole moment.
I mean, the Commanders too.
Yeah, you're right. But look, when this question came up, because again, I was listening to what everybody was saying. I see why, we finally got some fans, in the pro sports that won a championship, and they feeling good about it. So a lot of people like, all right, that's enough. That's enough. Parade tomorrow. Have your fun. Blah blah blah. But technically, I look at this question different. When you say franchise, I'm like, what does the value of the franchise bring? Like the Lakers are a great historical franchise. The Celtics are a great historical franchise. But technically, when you say the best, some would say it's the Spurs.
Okay.
I'm just saying. Like they were, yeah, because you were looking at the overall goal of it. They can bring in, of course, with the Lakers, they bring in the big names and they go win. They brought in LeBron James. He went and won. They drafted Magic. He won. They went and traded to get Kobe, then brought in Shaq. They won. Always big names, the limelight. I mean, they still got the Clippers behind them. The Clippers just got a new logo and a new arena. Shout out to them. But when you think of the Celtics, again, historical franchise, you think of Bill Russell, you think about Lucky, you think about, even they don't want to talk about it, but bringing in Kyrie. Like, there's so many things that you could say about each one of these things. Starting the big three, making LeBron cry. There's a lot of things you can say with these two franchises, but with the Spurs, when you think of the Spurs, you just think of winning. Like, they don't have as many championships as the other two because of course the Spurs got introduced to the league later than them two, but the Spurs are just known for winning outside of last year. Shout out to Worm, who don't want to be a part of the neighborhood too. HOA fees are in the mill. Anyway, I say the Spurs are the best franchise because of how they treat their players, how they value their players, how they change the game as far as European players. And note, when they go out and get somebody that's good, it may take a year, but after that year, they bounce back. Tim Duncan. People don't talk about Tim Duncan. I know Blaze gonna like this segment because it's like Tim Duncan is one of the greatest power forwards in the league. Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, one of the best coaches in the league. I'm saying, if you were a free agent today and you had some teams to pick from outside of the Kings in the West, not even the West because we got to talk about the Celtics, but if I name these three teams, which one would you sign to? Lakers, Celtics, Spurs.
I get you, but the Spurs only got a 20-year run. That's moving. We talking about in history? Nah, the Spurs don't qualify me. They got a 20-year run. They got from 98 probably all the way up to 2019.
I think we're looking at the question different though.
Yeah, franchise and history.
I'm saying the Spurs.
Like, think about Spurs. I mean, if that's the case, then the Pacers are the best franchise in history.
Nah,
Because
because
they on a 20-year run.
I'm talking about when I look at it, I'm talking about overall, like how you treat your players. Like I'm going into like details of it. I ain't just talking about just the.
I mean, the Lakers trade. Well, I mean, what did Spurs do before Pop got there?
Yeah, David Robinson.
They had Iceman, Gervin. I get you on that, but I mean, the Spurs. I don't know. Like I won't put the Spurs in that category. Like I think the Celtics and the Lakers are in their own category they on. I think
Because
it's
of the
them
rings.
and it's everybody. And the success they had. Like, well, the Celtics is kind of tricky because I mean more than half their rings came from Bill Russell.
Exactly.
And why do Larry and AJ got a good point? Larry Bird gets praised more than Bill Russell in Boston. Let me put that right there. I'm gonna say it again. I know. I'm gonna say it again though. Larry Bird with 3 rings, tight, because Boston, all they care about is champions. Oh, title town. You know, sweet Caroline, singing the crowd. Right? These dudes talk highly way more about Larry Bird than they do Bill Russell. Oh, but Joe, they ain't see Larry Bird. I'm talking about the guys that's 25. They talk about Larry Bird more than they talk about Bill Russell. Larry Bird was shot what, 3? Bill Russell said, you know what, 3?
And he was a coach for one of them too. He was a player coach.
Bro, they were bad. He came back and coached, and he coached. They weren't good. He ended up playing. They won the championship. Game 7 against the Lakers in LA. So Bill Russell went with LeBron. Go ahead.
That was funny because Bill Russell was also the same old guy they used to tote out there. Rest in peace to the legend. They toted out there every year to pass out the Finals MVP trophy. I don't see Magic doing that. Hold up, Joe. I might, just for the sake of this conversation, I might have to go with the Celtics, man. Just because you went with the Lakers, I'm gonna go with the Celtics. They ain't even got nobody to hand out the Finals trophy like that. Like Magic got Western Conference,
and he ain't even out there to give it out.
Yeah, and it's named after them. It ain't Finals. Nah, bro, you gotta go. You gotta go with the Celtics.
Cause I mean, Bill Russell, they got the best dynasty, and Bill Russell deserves a lot of respect. I mean, he also got 5 MVPs, more than Larry Bird. That's in my check. You know, I mean, what's up? So why, like the Celtics care about Larry Bird more than Bill Russell. So, but when it comes to this argument, they want to count up Bill Russell rings. Oh, we got 18. Well, how about y'all shine more light on Bill Russell then? Let me say that about Boston fans. Shine more light on Bill Russell because like I said, I hear more about Larry Bird than I do about Bill Russell in that daggone place.
And
so
I know somebody in the comments gonna be like, but we got the logo. That's a good counter. That's a good counter.
Shout out to Jerry West, rest in peace.
Yeah,
but hey, man,
that's a good
one
counter,
ring.
but...
I mean, listen, this ain't nothing to do with what we talking about. Do anybody talk about? Look,
are the Celtics the best franchise in NBA history? I'm going with the Spurs, but for the sake of this debate, I'm gonna have to say yeah. You have to say yeah. Yeah, you have to.
I mean, if we just talking about because they got more rings, I'm with you. But we talking about a lot, like a consistency of being relevant. The Lakers.
You can't say. Hold on, Joe. Now that you throw that caveat in there, the Celtics have been relevant.
When?
Even in the Paul Pierce era, I mean, it may have been some things. It may have been some things off the court, but still, they were relevant. Then you had the Antoine Walker moments. Like, come on,
Antoine Walker.
You said being relevant. When I think relevant, I mean they was least.
We talking about relevancy of like we might win a championship this year. It was only 1 year that we probably fell our way. They got to the conference finals. Outside of that, these dudes, they first round exit or missing the playoffs. They had a tank to get the big 3. That's how bad they were. They're like, man, we sick of this, man. We sick of this. Man, you know what? I got an idea. We're gonna just tank, man. We're gonna leave it on the table. And that's what they did. And they went and got Ray Allen, KG, and they won a championship the first year and and they even win another one. Like they even underachieving that.
Yeah, I'm gonna just leave it alone. I was about to say something. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Oh yeah. But I do want to say one thing though. You know what I think it's funny? People will rank Oscar Robertson above Jerry West. Right?
Mm-hmm.
They both got one ring. And by the way, Oscar Robertson wasn't even an MVP when he won. Right? I know Jerry West wasn't either. I think it was Will Chamberlain. Or was Jerry West? I don't know. But Kareem was the best player. Kareem was the best player when they won, right? Yeah, I think Jerry West won. Jerry West was the best player when he won. But nobody will put Oscar Robertson over Jerry West. Oscar Robertson went to one NBA championship and won. You know how many? Look, Jerry West lost 7. I think he lost 8 in a row before he won his first championship. But do anybody give him extra credit for getting to the finals all them years?
Jerry didn't. Jerry was on the losing team, and he won Finals MVP.
Okay, that's the only one he won, right?
Going
Okay.
off that, yeah.
But then he won it. He won in 72 though with the Lakers.
72.
He won it. Yeah, he won in 72 with the Lakers. Yeah.
He got dust off the tape for that one.
But look though, do anybody say, but Jerry West went to the finals 8 times in a row? Anybody do that?
Nah, he only got one. That was the 69 one.
He got one ring, but he been to the finals 9 times.
No, I'm saying that Finals MVP. That's the
he only got one. Okay, he
yeah.
got one. It's probably Will Chamberlain. Tomo, this dude went to the finals 9 times and got one ring, but nobody glorified his appearances. So why do we glorify LeBron appearances? Are we close to that?
I knew you were setting that up. I knew.
We close out with that.
I knew it. Let's get out of here, Joe. I knew you were setting that up. I already knew where you was going. As soon as you said Jerry West.
Great show, man. Listen, shout out to the whole R2L network. Shout out to the whole R2L chat family. Shout out to the Commanders. Shout out to Jalen Daniels. I'm expecting big things for you in the future. Kings, man, let's go, man. The West is getting better. When I saw Cruz was getting traded, I was hoping as I was reading it, Kings was going to pop up at the end of that sentence, but it was OKC. So, Malik Monk, come on, man. Sign back. Sign back, Malik. Sign back. And look, Tomo, NBA Finals over. Them football quarterback videos coming out soon. Can't wait to do them. Top 20 QBs coming to the season.
That's gonna be good. That's gonna be good. I seen we already seen the controversial list come out with Nick Wright and Old Buddy. So I'm waiting for yours. I also heard about somebody else doing like a top 15 somewhere else, and I was like, yeah, I'm waiting for Joe list though. I want to see where these NFC East quarterbacks gonna rank on this list, you know, because we already got a young wide receiver who's playing for the Giants, calling out one of our cornerbacks fresh off the ACL injury. Some people are like, oh, why you had to throw that out there? Because I'm like, because I don't want to hear you talking about Danny Dimes throwing him the football. That's all I'm saying. Like, some people, you got to think about who's going to throw you the ball before you say these things. You know, like, now if Jaden Dan, you know, if Terry came out and said that, I'm like, oh, we might have something here. Because Jaden could probably get him the ball. Danny Dimes not going to get you the ball, Malik. I'm sorry. So you can try that all you want. It's getting picked off. I might could get an interception on Danny Dimes. That's all I'm saying. So, hey, Giants fans, if you out there, join the chats. Because we need at least one Giants fan. At least one. Balance this out. And also, one more thing before we get out here. AFC North, I heard y'all going to be on Hard Knocks. Good luck with that.
Yeah, I thought that was like
whole division.
I know, right?
And all y'all quarterback. I ain't going to say nothing. They know they quarterbacks up there. They got Russ, Deshaun, Lamar. You know. Go ahead and say it. Bengals. Go ahead and say his name.
Oh, Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
And they got Justin Fields.
Justin Fields is somebody gonna be starting.
Yeah, I don't know. And you know, Hard Knocks don't end well, man, for teams.
That's what we trying to tell Carl.
Yeah.
Like, hopefully it ain't y'all. You better hope it's the Bengals or somebody or the Browns. You better hope
so much for the best division. That might not be this year because of Hard Knocks.
Oh, and they play the NFC East. Oh, this gonna be good.
Yeah, I know, right? The chat gonna be crazy this year. I know.
Man.
I know. We messed up the sweep, man. Yeah, like we literally swept everybody on the Browns. It was I think we won every game, I think. No, the Ravens won. Or who the Ravens play? Ravens played.
Who did the Ravens play?
I know we lost to the Browns and we messed it up. Y'all played. We played the Steelers played the Eagles. Eagles played the Steelers, blew them out. Y'all played the Bengals, beat them without Dak Prescott. The Giants played.
Oh, you talking about that year?
The Giants played the Ravens, and I'm pretty sure the Ravens won that.
The Ravens won that.
And we could have won but we messed it up. We would have beat them 3-1.
Well, we all got to play them now, so it's gonna be very fun.
Yeah, we're gonna keep scoring too. We lost to the AFC North the AFC East last year. They beat us, I think.
Yeah, we lost to the Dolphins. No. The Eagles beat the Bills and they beat the Dolphins.
We lost to everybody except for the Patriots. And we still had a higher pick than them. With the same record.
Hey, that's the only bet I won in R2L history. I ain't mad at it.
Thank you, Teddy, for the hat. I wish I had it right here.
Man. But yeah. That's
all right.
Can't wait for those panels too. That's gonna be good too.
Yeah, NFL panels always lit. So can't wait for those either.
Cowboys aren't gonna be quick. We don't know. Next episode of ours.
All right, y'all. That's all we got for y'all today. We'll see y'all next episode.
Peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.